My name is Algimantas. I live in a small East European country, Lietuvoje, in Lithuania. I said it in my native tongue, Lithuanian, Lietuva. The English word is not correct. It should be corrected into Lietuva. I represent Creator as his ambassador to this planet. The Paradise Trinity, I am. An apostle of Master Creator Son, Jesus of Nazareth, and his partner, Creator Daughter, Nebudonia. I set up, at the request of Creator, the living religion and the living temple, named after Creator, the Paradise Trinity, I am. So I lead the living worship of Creator service, receive teachings from Creator, from Jesus, publish books. This is a couple of books I want to show, but I have already some 5 books. This is the book by Jesus, I Speak to You Again. This book I translated into English. Jesus Christ, I Speak to You Again. This is Revelations by Creator, Volume 4. The Paradise Trinity, I am. You are within. It's in Lithuanian. So this book I show you all the time. This is the Revelation book, the Urantia book. Urantia is the name of our planet as registered in the divine annals. So this revelation, that is the higher truth passed down to humans by different orders of spiritual personalities. This is the first ever collective revelation that is in our world. And this revelation explains to us for the first time in a very systemic, consistent way what is Creator, the Paradise Trinity, I am. What is creation? What is our world, its origin and evolution of the matter, of the planet matter, even prior to the implantation of life plasma on our planet, and the evolutionary process on our planet out of a tiny life plasma up to the current level of humans. What is Jesus and who is Jesus? And what is his position right now and where he is? What is awaiting us after resurrection, once this living body, this living temple of Creator in the flesh, runs out of Creator's living energy? So what is our life after resurrection? And what is the destiny of our personality? And what was the life and teachings of Jesus on our planet? All these things, including a multitude of different orders of spiritual categories are being presented to us just to help us develop according to Creator's evolutionary plan on this planet. All creation, and within this current universe age, there are 7 trillion, or another word, 7,000 billion planets inhabited by humans. 7,000 billion planets inhabited by humans. And there are a multitude of specially organized and built up directly out of Creator's energy architectural spheres. So they are not of evolutionary origin like the planets inhabited by humans. So there are thousands of such architectural spheres we are to visit, and not only to visit, but they shall be our higher universities. We shall be educated there. We shall perform different tasks and get ready for a higher university. So we shall be transferred to another world. And on our way to paradise, while implementing our destiny bestowed upon us by Creator Himself, the Paradise Trinity I Am, we have to reach Creator on paradise in His dwelling abode. Paradise is the geographic center of the whole of creation. So we shall travel through many, many worlds, and we shall not simply travel as tourists, but we shall travel while taking in a higher spiritual light, and we shall be trained how to govern local universe that was created by our Master Creator Son, Jesus of Nazareth, and His partner, Creator Daughter Nebuchadnezzar. And we shall go on to a higher level of the super universe. So we shall reach the Ancients of Days. This trio are the major administrators of the super universe our local universe is in. So all the sky which you see above you is our super universe. And there are 100,000 local universes within one super universe. Meanwhile, the total number of the super universes is 7, and they circle around paradise, the dwelling abode of Creator. So we shall finally have to reach paradise. Have, I say, not must, we have. Because this is the will of Creator, that not a single son or daughter be lost on the way to paradise, that not a single son or daughter might revolt against Creator, and that he would not make any decision ultimate decision to give up the living path, to give up walking on the living path and traveling around these worlds to our native home, paradise, to our paradise parents, the Universal Father, the Eternal Mother, the Infinite Mother, and the Aggregate Deity I Am, always written in capital characters. So we have to stand in the immediate presence of our paradise parents. This is the destiny. We have to implement it. I say we have, because Creator trusts us. So why shouldn't we respond in a similar way with our trust in Creator? I trust Creator, the Paradise Trinity I Am. I educate enlightened people spiritually because I know the price that dark people might pay if they don't hear spiritual teachings, if they don't know anything about a broader part of creation. They are like little blind kittens without seeing anything around, without being able to find the exit of this maze of darkness. They're at a loss. Therefore, they make wrong decisions. All decisions they make are wrong, rather than being right according to Creator's evolutionary plan. It's not a game on a computer, our life on this planet. It's a true reality bestowed on us by Creator, that we would play this evolutionary game in and by our life. But to play it sincerely, out of love for Creator, you have to hear about Him from my lips. To hear that Creator is living and He is within each of you, and it is possible to discover Him within. Just to feel you have really discovered Him. This is the sensation of your mind, the sensation of your consciousness. You know that you found something, what you were looking for. But in a spiritual mode, you feel the state of mind and consciousness. For certain, you have discovered Creator within, because your outlook is enormously expanded in comparison with it when you were just looking for somebody without even knowing whom or what you were looking for. But from me, you come to know, if you listen to my teachings, that you should look for a person, for a personality, for a creator, not for God, which is an idea. It's abstract. Ideas can bring people together just for a while. But very soon, people, even attracted by the same idea, begin to discover that their understanding of this idea means something different than before coming to this understanding. But what I offer you is to discover a person, a personality, creator, the universal Father, the eternal Mother, the infinite Mother, and the aggregate deity I am. At least one of them, but a person. And your certainty that you have discovered Creator within is so certain for your mind, for your consciousness, that no other argument might outweigh your experience. Discovery of Creator within is your own personal experience. And you witness the difference of your state of consciousness, of your state of mind within. You cannot deny it. Others might say it's your fancy. But you know it's not your fancy. You know it for certain. Therefore, I call this evolutionary path the living path. Like we say, I live my life. So it's truly living life, but on the ground of Creator Himself. That's a different quality. It's a quantum leap from what you were living before the discovery of Creator within, and what you are living after the discovery of Creator within. You are living Creator in your life. Yeah, that's true. You might live Creator, like you might eat some food stuff. You might eat Creator as well. And it's not a metaphor, but once you open yourself sincerely to Creator, you begin to feel His living energy within. Jesus Christ was speaking about the living water. So Creator's living energy vibrations of top frequency is this true living water. It's not a metaphor. Because you eat Creator as a living bread, as a living water, you drink Him. But to do it, you have first to discover Creator within. And this experience shall testify to you that you are on the right track. course, this would be just the very first step on the living path. But you would feel peace and satisfaction within. This fact of discovery of Creator within shall elevate you as a spiritual personality, because you are not this body, but the inner dweller of the body. You shall be resurrected as a spiritual personality, that is, as this inner dweller within this body. Jesus, when he was crucified, he resurrected as a spiritual personality rather than the person in the material body, in the flesh. The flesh was still lying buried in the tomb. Meanwhile, Jesus' spiritual personality left the tomb. Just imagine the body that served him for 35 years on this planet was detached already from his spiritual personality that has resurrected. And he appeared 19 times to different mortals after his resurrection on this planet, before he ascended to the Father. And he received confirmation of his successful completion of the spiritual mission on Urantia. And he got back to a higher spiritual rank in his local universe of Nebadon on Salvington. Salvington is the name of our local universe capital or headquarters. So imagine, we shall be resurrected the way Jesus was resurrected as spiritual person. Now, I want to point out that while walking on the living path, by your sincere living, by your sincere communion with Creator, you will begin to spiritually grow as a spiritual personality identity. Your spiritual personality is changeless. Meanwhile, your identity will be changing all the time. Your knowledge shall be expanded, and what you shall experience after this quantum leap and this spiritual transformation within your mind and consciousness, it'll be the transformation in your identity. And don't be afraid of any changes for the better, because these transformations have been pre-planned for you by Creator Himself, by Jesus, by His partner Nebuchadnezzar. Just take them by taking in my words, which are the words of Creator Himself, of Jesus, of Nebuchadnezzar. I'm entitled to speak out the living truth from Creator and Jesus and Nebuchadnezzar. Therefore, I invite you just to embark upon this living path in your life, so that you would be able to begin your living for the well-being of all, even as Jesus was doing it and showing us when He was among us and one of us 2,000 years ago. His coming to our planet has been pre-planned. Jesus, as back as 40,000 years prior to His coming to our planet, already chose that on this planet in particular, He is going to have His bestowal mission as a mortal. Just imagine, 40,000 years before His coming to this planet, He already knew Urantia is His stop for a material experience by being born as a helpless baby out of the material woman's womb, and to grow like any other child of the sphere, to get educated like any other child of the sphere, and to establish communion with Creator, with the Father, to get His light, to get His truth, and share it with His brethren around. And thanks to His successful mission on our world, now each of us have Creator Spirit, thought adjuster. Prior to Jesus' mission on our planet, there were just too few people having Creator Spirit, thought adjuster. Those who tended to live a moral life, because Creator is bestowing His own fragment, His Spirit, thought adjuster, upon our mind once we make the very first moral decision as a child, sharing a toy with a friend rather than grabbing his So this is a moral decision of that child's level. And the thought adjuster starts indwelling this little kid's mind. It's about 3, 4, 5 years of age. It depends. Depends upon the education within the family, of the impact of the environment, of some genetic inheritance, but it's approximately, on the average, around 5 years of age. So now, having our greatest fragment in our mind, we are so enormously assisted by him. And in addition to this, Jesus poured out his own spirit, the spirit of truth, and his partner, Nebuchadnezzar, has poured out her spirit, the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is operating on our world since the very first moment this local universe has been created. Actually, even before the creation of the local universe, she has marked the cosmic site for their local universe. So there was no sign of any world yet, and no creatures, no living beings operating within the universe. But now we have, in addition to it, 7 mind adjutant spirits. They are within our mind, and they are operating to assist us. So what are these mind adjutant spirits? It's the mind adjutant spirits of intuition, courage, information, collection of information, understanding, of counseling, of worship, and of wisdom. So just imagine, we have greatest providence, which is invisible to our eyes. Different spiritual personalities are meant for our assistance. If we go on the living path, if we do good deeds for the benefit of all, we are also assisted by the providence. If we do something mean, commit crimes, do sins, make sins, no assistance on the part of the providence is rendered to us. So imagine how much stronger we are if we do good deeds. We receive support on the part of Creator Spirit, Thought Adjuster, on the part of Jesus, Jesus' Spirit, the Spirit of truth, on the part of Nebadonia's Spirit, the Holy Spirit, on the part of the 7 adjutant mind spirits, and on the part of the providence. Don't you want to be that mighty in your living life? Just enjoying a much broader cosmic insight on Creator, on creation, on the environment you operate in, on your future, on yourselves, on your person, on your family, on your children. Don't you want to know all these wonderful future events? And it is available to you, provided you are communing with Creator and cleaning your extremely polluted subconsciousness from all unnecessary pollutants, from swearing, from alcoholic addiction, drug addiction, medicine drug addiction, from making tattoos on your body, from lying, from exposing aggression against others, from causing conflicting situations, from waging wars within yourselves, within your families, within your groups of friends or acquaintances, within your colleagues, within society, within your country, and between countries. Just imagine how mighty you turn to be after you carry out just one single but essential, I would say the most important act: discovering Creator within. And your life turns out to be in a bright, sunny light rather than in that former maze of darkness in which you could not find any exit to light. All of a sudden you feel light within. That's a daring decision, a brave decision to begin an honest and sincere search for Creator within, rather than going to different places looking for some peace in different atmosphere, in different environment. The peace is within you, which you shall experience after you discover Creator within. Trust my words. Trust me. as I speak out the living word of Jesus, of Nebuchadnezzar, Jesus' partner, of eternal Father, of eternal Mother, and of I am the aggregate deity personality.